Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another live stream here on the channel. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic Tuesday so far. Let's see what we have here in the chat. Quite a few people with us today. We have Craig, Ben, Indiana, Sam, as well as Caden, Rockets, T. Smith, Maury, LWX24, Edits, Tyler, Braxton, Misty, as well as Hoops. Glad to see you guys all in here for another live stream. Hopefully you're all having a great day, like I said. And let's just dive right on into this. Livid, welcome to the stream as well. Let's go right over to our main scene after it glitches like that. Okay, good. March 25th. I said May for a second. It is not May just yet. It kind of feels like May with all the severe weather we've been tracking for the last 2 weeks, and it's going to continue well on into probably the entire month of April, unless we get a high pressure to build in over the U.S. for a week or so. But yeah, hopefully you're having a great day, y'all. We're going to go ahead and dive on into this threat for severe weather. So we're actually going to start with today's risk for severe weather and work through our days here, because we've got a lot of days for severe weather potential all the way from today all the way till Monday. So almost a full week of severe weather being a possibility here in the U.S. So starting today, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather centered over the Dallas and Dallas-Fort Worth area going up into south central Oklahoma. Not really too much of a concern. No tornado risk. Well, less than 2% tornado risk. Could see some isolated damaging winds up to about 50, maybe as high as 60 miles per hour. And then some isolated large hail up to about an inch, maybe pushing an inch and a half in diameter. If storms can really get going, which right now they're trying to fire. You can see we are seeing some cells fire over the Dallas area, but not really the best environment in place for these storms to thrive in. So probably not going to see much severe weather today, just isolated severe storm or two, also a marginal back out in Florida. Tomorrow, things change quite a lot. That is a funny looking general thunderstorm risk. Gracious. So for the tornado risk, we do have a 2% tornado risk up here in the higher elevations in western Washington and western Oregon. Actually, these are I believe these are slightly lower elevation areas, just generally over the western side of Washington and Oregon. So just looking at the opportunity for, I think 2 or more tornadoes will be possible here. It's typically a 2% means 1 or 2 tornadoes, but I think we're looking at a couple tornadoes being possible here. They may upgrade to a 5%. The only issue is that 5% would be very, very small, and I don't think there's enough confidence in just putting like a very narrow 5%, say like in that area, right? So I don't think they are going to go 5%, but it is a possibility. We will probably see a few tornadoes tomorrow. We'll go over that setup specifically. Looks like most of that activity will be focused in this portion of the 2% risk right in here. That far southern end, I think, will end up being a little bit too messy. And outside of that, we do have the risk for damaging winds, quite widespread damaging winds of about 40 to 50 miles per hour. Some isolated instances could get up to 60 miles per hour. There are also some isolated damaging winds back out here in Texas for tomorrow. We could also see some small hail out here in southern Texas. And then the primary issue for tomorrow is actually going to be hail out here in Washington and Oregon. I'm not sure how rare this is, but just not something you see very often. I know that for a fact. I haven't seen this in quite a hot minute out here in Washington and Oregon. So actually the possibility to get some hail as large as 2, maybe even pushing 2.5 inch in diameter in Washington and Oregon. I'm not sure if this has actually ever been... if this ever has happened in March. Maybe it's happened before in May or April when things get a little bit more active, but I don't know if we've seen that before in March there. So pretty rare risk. Like I said, could see a few spin up tornadoes, but I think the biggest takeaway from Washington and Oregon for tomorrow is going to be that hail risk. Like I said, 2.5 inch in diameter hail being possible there. Let's see here. We've never had a SIG hail risk ever in the Pacific Northwest, so it's very rare. Wow. I'm sure you've had one probably in summer or like late spring, but for this early on in the season, I mean, officially, we just recently got into spring. We're only like a week into official spring, not meteorological spring. So that's got to be something that's pretty rare right there. We will probably, I imagine, we will end up being live tomorrow. I was thinking of making a video, but the only issue is I'm busy in the afternoon, so there's a good chance I won't have time to make a video, so we'll probably just end up doing a live stream tomorrow around 6 p.m. tomorrow. Eastern time. So there's your overall risks right there. We've got that level 1 down in Texas and a level 1 and a level 2 out of 5 for severe weather up there in the Pacific Northwest. Then we go on into day 3 and we have 2 separate risks yet again. That system that's going to be causing some large hail tomorrow in the Pacific Northwest moves into Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa. That should cause the potential for some damaging winds, maybe very small hail. And we can't fully rule out a brief spin-up tornado somewhere in both of these risks. I do not think it will be a notable tornado risk, but just can't fully rule it out. Then we go on into this is Saturday. Yes, Saturday. Thought this was Friday for a second, but this is Saturday's risk, and they actually have not introduced any risk for severe weather anymore for Saturday. If you follow me on Twitter, yesterday they actually had 2 risks for severe weather, both on Saturday and on Sunday, but they've removed this one on Saturday because the potential is too low. So instead of having a back-to-back threat for severe weather out here in the Central Plains, it looks like our trough's going to be a little bit probably faster. I remember in the last live stream we were talking about it being faster and or slower because we knew it was going to change. It seems like it's sped up on our model runs, which will likely result in, if we go over here to our risk on Sunday, will likely result in the potential for an outbreak of severe weather out here in Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio, all being under the gun for severe weather there. I do believe we will see an enhanced risk for severe weather eventually outlined somewhere in this vicinity here. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere generally in that area, I think we will most likely end up with an enhanced risk. It may be a little bit more east, but generally that's where I've seen models agree the most on the greatest threat for severe weather. However, there is some uncertainty. Some models have actually backed off on this threat for severe weather. Some have the high pressure to the south pulling further north, which would result in our entire trough going considerably more north than what our current model runs are saying. So we'll have to pay very close attention to that. I think the Canadian model run is one of those models that shows the scenario of a minimal severe weather threat over this region. And yeah, we'll go over all of our model runs. We're getting the new GFS in right now. So we'll take a look at that together. There we go. So again, that is for Sunday's risk for severe weather there. And I mean, we have over 40 million people under the gun for severe weather on this day. So definitely want to be hyper weather aware. And then on Sunday here, obviously, as we go through Sunday night into Monday, this will progress over to the eastern U.S. And they actually have gone ahead and highlighted a slight risk for severe weather here on Monday. This includes almost all of North Carolina, the entire state of South Carolina, most of Georgia, eastern Alabama, extreme northeast Florida, and portions of central southern Virginia as well. This is a possible chase day. Whenever there is a slight risk for severe weather, that right off the bat is a possible chase day. Most slight risks I do end up chasing, but this is going to be a bit iffy, a little bit more iffy than the last two. We've got a lot more uncertainty with this one, as well as it doesn't look as potent on all of our model runs. Some models, like the GFS, have this being a guaranteed chase day for me, and then other models like the Euro and the Canadian barely have enough ingredients for severe weather to occur in this region. So we're just going to keep a very close eye on it out here for Monday and see which way things trend. But yeah, that's it for all of your outlooks. Almost a week of severe weather being a possibility here. 6 days of severe weather beginning today. So a lot of severe weather. Actually, have we even stopped? Wasn't there a marginal yesterday? I don't think we've stopped for severe weather. Now to think of it, I believe we've had a marginal risk ever since Friday. Or did we not have a risk yesterday? You know, now I'm curious. Hold on. I got to go look. Now I'm very interested. Okay, so yeah, we had a severe risk on the 23rd, and then the 24th, and then today. So we actually haven't stopped our risks. Oh, we are also on the 22nd and the 21st. So, and then 2 more there too. So we haven't stopped risks since the 19th. We've had a severe risk on the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. And now we have one on the 26th, which is here, 27th. And then we're likely going to end up with one on the 28th here, which I got to figure out my timing here. So the 28th would be Friday. Yeah, we'll probably end up with a marginal risk in the southern U.S. on Friday. And then Saturday will probably be a marginal over Kansas, Oklahoma, generally like somewhere in this vicinity here. And then, of course, we have Sunday and then Monday. So, geez, we are not stopping with severe weather at the moment. It was a slight yesterday, got upgraded in late outlooks. I gotta be dead honest, I barely paid attention to the weather yesterday. I looked at some model runs, and I think I did like 1 or 2 tweets. And the only reason why I did tweets in the first place was because of how large that slight risk was. Yesterday for day 7, we actually had the largest slight risk on the day 4 through 8 outlook ever issued from the Storm Prediction Center. So that was ridiculous. Over 60 million people were under the gun on that risk. And now they've chomped that all the way down to, 40 million. So they've gotten rid of about 20 million people in the risk for severe weather. And I do think that's going to, at least for the slight risk area, I think that's going to continue to shrink a little bit more as we get more and more certainty. So we'll see, but I definitely believe we're on tap for, holy crap, I forgot he was in call, a pretty good severe weather risk out there in Kentucky and Tennessee, generally, like I circled before, in this area. This dude could not wait any longer. I told him 6:15. He was a minute early. Lord have mercy. Jeez. Holy moly, he actually got me pretty good on that one. Dude, you really got me on. I'm like shaking right now. You actually got me on that.
Hold on, wait. I gotta go on your. Hold on, I gotta go on your stream.
You got some chat too. That was not
Hold
not I
on.
was not expecting that. I was still in my groove of
Permission to
talking about
unmute
it.
your stream, so you don't
Definitely.
copyright me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
But you got me. I don't know if I jumped, but I just was not expecting you to say anything for a minute. Like I was ready. Right when that hit 6:15, that's when I was going to be ready, but no, 6:14. I was just about to dive on into some model runs. But yeah, Lucky's here, chat.
Wait, hold on. Wait, was I unmuted?
Yeah. Did I jump at all?
Wait. I said, "Hey, Trudy." You said, "Holy crap! I forgot he was here."
It's hard to get me to jump.
You almost jumped. I could tell you almost jumped.
But I think that's
But
the most you've scared me. So
okay, well,
far.
besides that, I honestly did want to point something out. Have you started talking about day 6 and day 7?
I went over all the SBC risks.
Okay, you can correct me, but is our trop looks to be a little bit maybe behind for a Sunday's threat.
Let's flop onto the model runs, y'all.
I don't, I'm not sure exactly where it's supposed to be, but it looks to be a little behind
What you mean?
the trough. It looks behind a little bit. It's in a
Are you talking about the GFS?
yeah, am I supposed to not trust that?
It's a progression biased, so it's too far west.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. It looks a little behind.
But even if the GFS is right, no, that's still crazy. I
Is
mean, you
it?
can see how strong that trough is. So you'd
Oh
end up
yeah,
with
don't,
severe weather. It'd just be a little more west. So the threat wouldn't go into, let me see the SPC. So yeah,
okay.
they have the slight into like West Virginia. Okay, it's not going to go that far east if the GFS is right. But that's
Actually,
still,
wait.
that would
Yeah,
still
that's
be a
okay.
very potent severe weather threat there.
Yeah, but it looked a little off to me. I don't know if that was like a
There's a
good
lot of uncertainty on the trough. I mean, if you quickly switch to the Euro, you'll see a completely different setup.
Let's see. Dang.
And then the Canadian, which is the GEM-GDPS. It's the PS1. That's the Canadian model run. It just got rid of our trough within 12 hours. Like 1 second, it's a decently potent trough, and then the next, it's just gone.
It's a trend with all the zeros on that model run. Cause if you go back to the
But
you go to the
they
zero
all
Z.
have instability though. It's just the kinematics are different. So I think we're gonna see a really good wind and hail threat, but the tornado threat's all gonna come down to how that trough progresses.
Yeah.
And it could be a full-fledged outbreak. I mean, the ceiling with this one's pretty high. It is definitely a high-end ceiling. Multiple discrete supercells firing along a dry line due to weak forcing. So it's definitely a high-end setup for severe weather in this area.
Yeah.
Generally on the GFS, it's a little more west, like I was saying. But that's not set in stone just yet.
Yeah. I just wanted to point that out because I don't know if I was right or wrong, but it just looked a little more west than I guess
Yeah, it's definitely more
I would
west.
than I would anticipate.
I mean, storms would fire in pretty much probably central Oklahoma on this one. But that slight risk goes into east Oklahoma, so it's not too far west.
It's just a little.
It's still
Yeah, it's decent. Don't get me wrong.
it still would be a significant threat.
Yeah,
It would just
it's
be
definitely.
more west, different area.
Yeah, if it was more east, I would not be complaining. I mean, I'm not really even complaining. I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, honestly, that's really it. I really just wanted to point that out and see what your thoughts were on that. That's it. And
Does your cold front? It does. Wow. Do you get two cold fronts? What is the Canadian doing, man? I can clearly see two cold fronts on the Canadian model run. The first one sweeps through in the morning and early afternoon on Sunday. You can see it clearly on dew points. And then it doesn't form a second one
huh.
until Tuesday. Is that another risk? It literally has another risk on Tuesday. It literally pushes our risk that's supposed to be Sunday into Tuesday.
Ooh.
And the Euro just has a huge trough. Wow.
That is a
Dude, that is a crazy trough.
talk about a trough.
Holy. Yeah, so it's definitely safe to say there's a good amount of uncertainty here.
I think a good amount is a understatement.
Man, I'm surprised the SPC went all in yesterday and highlighted that huge slide.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a big slight.
I mean, you can see the
But
Euro. Look
we
at the
talk.
Euro's trough. There's your shortwave right in there. You can see it. And that's just, I mean, you're still going to see damaging winds, hail, and a few spin up tornadoes. Worst case scenario, a strong tornado may be possible in that case, but it wouldn't be as bad as if the GFS was correct.
Yeah.
And that
And
strong tornado threat's very limited. It would be limited till, I mean, your best chance would be like 7, 8 o'clock over Tennessee when that lower level jet gets a little stronger.
yeah. Another thing I wanted to point out, which yes, I've already started talking about it for day 7 for our risk. Like I know we're not gonna fully rely on the GFS, but so far GFS has for the temperature dew point spread is like absurd.
I feel like the
Like
GFS is handling this the best because they highlighted a risk.
yeah, but for our risk, you have let me see. Let's go back to this. Your temperatures are in around give or take low 80s. You might get heat index up to mid 80s, and your dew points are in your low 60s.
Oh,
Also,
they went all in for Sunday. Favorable thermodynamics mixed in with strong lower level veering in the troposphere suggests that all severe weather hazards, including supercells, will be possible.
huh?
So they're going all in, like with the GFS.
I'll be out of town, guys.
Oh, Tuesday, model differences continue to increase between the European and GFS model run, whilst lingering potential of severe weather over the Gulf Coast could be possible, hinted by the Euro. Given the uncertainty and predictability issues, no risk areas will be included. So they've already, yes, their day 8 risk, which is Tuesday, they have already thought about highlighting a risk. What does the GFS say? No, I don't want a sounding in the. I don't even know where I pulled that. I think that was Mexico.
But I'm trying to see what's happening in Mexico.
I mean, that is where your EML is in some places. Sometimes you can get an EML from there.
Yeah.
Or is that where you get moisture from? I forgot. There's mountains there. That's what I know. I haven't put much
Yeah.
research into the terrain there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a huge difference on the models. Like, that's not really, the GFS is extremely confident, but that's like the only model run that's really, really confident. I mean, you do get a big open warm sector on all three, so I can see why they highlighted such a large risk. I can see it. So we'll see what which way our model runs trend here, but yeah, this could either be a potential outbreak or it could end up just being a crazy windbag and hail threat like we had, what was it, yesterday or the day before that? Let me go check. I forgot whenever I covered. Day before
It was 2
yesterday.
days. Yeah,
Yep.
2 days ago.
The 23rd. It could end up being a threat like that. Or it could end up being a full-fledged outbreak. But something I'm just very interested in this because even the GFS has like it's almost two cold fronts. I really think it is because you have a front in here and then you have another front back in here. What does the WPC say? Okay, yes, they do have two cold fronts. Yep, they do have two cold fronts forming. So on their morning observation forecast, which would be, well, I can't call it an observation. Come on, TRG. On their morning forecast for Sunday, it would be a low pressure up here with a cold front going down this way into a secondary low, which continues into a cold front, which apparently goes into a low pressure over Mexico. Something like that. Yeah, you can see two low pressures here. This is before their forecast. So this is 12Z, what I just drew out there. That's 12Z. Low here, low down here, low down here, which this is a little bit off there. So actually there is your cold fronts back in here with a low here. There you go. But if we go back 2 more frames, you can clearly see a low develops like over the metro and then over the northeast portion of New Mexico. Nah, 2 cold fronts are very, that's common. It's not unheard of. Sometimes you can get some extremely complex severe weather setups. Either way, there's going to be severe weather on Sunday. It's just going to be a matter of how significant. And that's what I'm doing an analysis on. And then for Monday, man, ain't nobody know what's going to happen on that day. I mean...
Facts. It could be a line. It could be semi-discrete.
The freaking Canadian model run has no rain on Monday. Nothing. It's freaking... Is it even clear skies? It's literally clear skies on Monday. Dude.
Yeah, dude, that is...
Okay, but why does it have like 3,000, 4,000 Cape? In South Central NC, look at that. 3,300, and then in Central NC, 3,500. Let me guess. No trough. Yep, no trough. You've got a little forcing, so it's a misplaced trough. So nothing would fire.
Clear skies for Monday. All right, guys. Clear skies.
What is it doing for April? Holy moly.
April Fools.
Dude.
Yo,
I think this model run is worse than the freaking GFS. Yo, look at that trough, y'all.
That is absurd.
Look at that lower level jet.
Let me see.
Dude. I think this might be worse than the GFS model. And look, it's all gone. On the morning run, it was all gone. It literally just spits out a full-blown trough ejection within 12 hours.
Dude.
That's for April 3rd and 4th, which I do think that has a chance for severe weather, but if you're wondering why, one of the reasons why our uncertainty is going to be pretty high for quite a while, we are currently transitioning. Oh, hey, tropical cyclone. Where's that at? Northwest of Australia. Wow, I get distracted very easily, don't I?
Oh yeah, we're on the tropical cyclone. Where's that at? Australia?
Yep, we're transitioning to a neutral pattern right now. So if you watched my forecast for the tornado season, you'd know that this is what we were expecting. If you are a storm chaser, this is a very, very good sign. This means my forecast is still on point for a very active East Central and Dixie Alley severe threat. Right out here. I know it's very zoomed out, but that's where we're going to see most of our severe weather in the U.S. We shouldn't see much severe weather in the Great Plains. Maybe one or two threats, but mainly it's going to be here. Mainly here is where we're going to see most of our severe weather. But yeah, that's why uncertainty's high at the moment. With our model runs, we're literally transitioning phases, and this is a big transition here. This is a very big transition that's happening. And this will likely, now that we know that we're already going into a neutral phase, this will likely end up meaning that we're not going to be in an El Nino for hurricane season. Yeah, I know, I'm talking about hurricane season, but it is March. We're only what,
And
like
y'all,
40 days away from, when does it start? May 31st?
May 15th is when they start
Oh,
doing
May
outbreak.
15th. So we're about, what, 45 days or so?
And honestly, y'all can't even blame us for talking about tropics. The NHC actually, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, highlighted a
51 days, same thing.
highlighted a 10%, and yes, it didn't do anything. It literally got taken out. I think next update, but they did highlight a 10% in March.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I was not expecting that. I came home to that, and Tucci's like, "Lucky, there's a 10% on the NHC." I was like, "That's not the cap." Wait, what's today? Is today April Fool's or something?
I'm sure it is. Yeah, here's how
Almost.
rapidly it's changing, by the way, y'all. So that was this is January 28th, and here we are on March 25th. So we've just been climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. And in order to be in a La Nina, we have to be up here. So we are not close to a La Nina right now. And I believe we have to be above this 0.05 mark for like a couple months. It can't just be like one day and then we're in a La
That's what I'm
Nina.
saying, yeah.
It has to be like 2 or more months or so. So right now we're in a neutral. You can see here. We are entering a neutral. February 25th or so, we were entering a neutral phase, and we're still in that. So as long as we stay between these two pink lines that I've drawn, which is +5, -5, for like another, give or take, what? I'd say month and 3 days, at least a month and 3 days, then we'll officially be in a neutral phase.
TJ, I gotta go do something for like 2 minutes. I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
All right, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Just keep talking. I'm gonna just leave it on a GFS 500 millibar ones.
And that's literally changing our whole entire pattern in the US. This little line for our Nino index is legit changing the entire pattern in the US. That tiny little thing, which is every meteorologist, every weather enthusiast, if we're ever forecasting for patterns or overall seasons, that's what you're going to pull up. Your Nino index is extremely important for forecasting seasons. So there's definitely going to be a lot of severe weather over the next month. This is probably going to be our most active point. From the outbreak we just recently had, March 14th. That was the start of our peak tornado season this year. March 14th all the way till probably the end of April is going to be our peak. And then in May, we'll probably end up with a big death ridge is what they call it. A death ridge is what weather people call it. And that will end up just stopping severe weather. But that may happen in April. If that happens in April, then May's probably going to be a little bit more active. But right now, I'm expecting, the middle of March all the way till the end of April to be our most active severe weather stretch. This is looking at the extremely inaccurate and never used CFS model run. This is currently 540 hours out on the CFS run. And you can see it does hint towards some ridging. Now, will this happen? Nope. But just at some point, we are going to see like a big ridge like this center over the central or southern U.S., and that will stop severe weather for about a week or two. And that will either happen in April or in May. Yeah, you want to know how far we out here? We out 798 hours right here. We are into April 26th. And it has a high pressure here. The accuracy of this model run is one of the worst. It is one of the worst model runs to use. Now, it's okay to try to use for like pattern recognition, but you don't want to use it on this. If you're going to use it on a chart like this here. Let me show you. Even this isn't that good. Use it on like a chart like here. The accumulated supercell composite this is from April 1st to April 8th. So this at least gives you a broad area of where there's going to be the possibility of severe weather. Now, this isn't the one you're going to see on Twitter. The one you're going to see on Twitter are these back in here. Because these are based off of, I'm pretty sure these are based off of, I'm not for sure, but I believe they're based off of deterministic CFS model runs, which means they're horrifically inaccurate. So it's just not a good model run to use as a whole. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. It's just not good to use, period. Like, end of discussion, it's just not good. I mean, look what it has for Saturday. It's just not a good model run. That's it. Like, it's just not good at all. Maybe within the first 180 hours, it may be accurate, but after you get, and even that, I don't think it's very accurate, but definitely after you get after 180 hours out on this model run, it's just like, there's really no point in looking at it unless you're just trying to find something ridiculous. But this is something I love the absolute most. This is my favorite thing to look at when forecasting long range for severe weather. So this takes a bunch of GFS ensembles and puts them into just one singular chart for you. So you can very easily understand it. So the larger the line and the higher up the line is, the more significant and higher chance for severe weather there is. Now, the line you really want to pay attention to the most here is the solid red and solid black line. The solid red is your overall average between all of the ensembles. The solid black line is your control member group between all the ensembles. So both of those are very accurate and something that, you want to keep an eye on. And you can see that black line is definitely above the 0 mark right here. This dotted line is the 0 mark for supercell composites. So this is a signal for potentially significant severe weather. And that is on March 30th, which if you look at the SPC, we've got a risk outline for March 30th. Now, as we follow this line down a bit, you'll see there's another little tiny signal here for the potential of severe weather on April 1st. And then after that, well, uncertainty becomes very high. So you can see our ensembles are literally all over the place. Right after April 2nd, ensembles are just everywhere. They're literally everywhere after that time frame. So the link for it here, I'll drop it in the chat. This is my personal favorite product for long-range forecasting for severe weather. I was going over how inaccurate the CFS is, Lucky, going 798 hours out.
Oh, yeah, let me do that. That's going to be my form of entertainment for the next...
Another one is this. This is all those ensembles compiled on a chart instead of a graph. So this is now a chart. And you can see how many of them have severe weather chances. Anything that is white is a chance for severe weather. If it gets to yellow, that's a higher chance. Orange, higher chance. Red, probably going to be very significant. And then sometimes if you check this on a daily basis, every now and then you'll see one of these that go up to like 90,000 supercell composite.
90,000 is crazy.
Normally they're not supposed to go above 3. So sometimes they go up to like 90,000. But
crazy.
Generally all you need to know is that this, let me zoom you out a little bit so I can show you. This just simply means that we're entering a phase for active weather right in here. I know that was horrific drawing there. Between the 29th and the 2nd of April, there's going to be supercell composite in the US. That's what it means. Now, the day that looks the most notable is right here. You can see The 30th. See how many of these are white, yellow, and orange? Almost all of them are white, yellow, and orange, which means that is a signal for notable severe weather. And a good opportunity for, a good opportunity for above average tornado ingredients. And this is a lot more spaced out and probably more difficult for you to understand, which is why you'll see me use this one the best and the most. Because this is very easy to understand.
All right.
I mean, even somebody like Lucky could understand this one.
Yeah. I literally asked bro about it like not even 2 hours ago.
No, he actually did. He
Yeah,
actually did. I don't even know if it. Yeah, it was probably an hour and a half ago or so.
Something like that. But just real quick, I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap up my end and tune in to yours for. Are you going for an hour or hour and a half?
I might go a little longer because,
Why not?
yeah.
All right, got you. I'll probably be here for it, and after I'll go eat, and then have you told them what we're doing?
Oh yeah, chat. We're doing a gaming stream tonight again. We'll be
put links. Let me.
That'll be obviously on our gaming channel, which you can find just by going to our homepage here. 2 different games, but you have to go over there to figure out which ones.
Hee. It's not 1, guys. It's 2.
So, Randolph, I'm fairly new to professionally studying weather. I've only been doing that for like 2 years. Since 2023, I've been trying to professionally study weather. But interested in weather, I've been interested in weather nearly my whole life. And then I started buying my first radar programs in 2020 or 2021. I think it was 20, right around there. Right around there. Either 2020 or 2021.
Yeah.
So, trying to be professional with studying weather, it's only been 2 years. Like late 2023. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute, Lucky.
All right.
He'll be back in just a bit. So, yeah, and in the last year, I've learned so much more about weather. And I'm really I'm fully self-taught. I just simply look around for information. Of course, I have books on it. I have a meteorology college book, obviously. Want to see me play Outbreak? I haven't played that for quite a while. I did open it the other day, but I played I think it was just to update the game. And that was it. I have it. Me and Lucky have it. I haven't played that in so long. We'll have to play it eventually. Let's see here. So here's GFS ensembles yet again. Now this is also more accurate. So the chart we were just looking at, this one right here. These are your GFS ensembles. So these are literally the 2 same thing, except for this one is supercell composite. And this one is your 500 millibar average wind speeds between 20 different ensembles. So if you look here, this one has 20 ensembles compiled into one chart. So this allows for it to be significantly more accurate than just a single GFS run. So we're going to pull this pretty far out. And you'll notice here that it's really just primarily quite zonal. I do see a signal here. These signals are a bit difficult to see. But this looks like a signal for a trough ejection here on April 4th. Beyond that, it does look more zonal. So it looks like we're at least going to have severe weather Sunday and Monday. We could have a sneakier threat between the 1st and 3rd of April, and then we'll end up with another trough here on the 4th. This is going to be a big graph here, but we're going to look at all these. And yeah, you could see all 20 ensembles, except for Ensemble 7. Never mind. All but one show a big trough entering the U.S. on April 4th. If we go over to the deterministic, so this is just a single GFS run, well, there it is on April 4th. Looky there. A big trough right in the central U.S. And this is positively tilted, which means it's not going to favor a very high-end setup for severe weather. However, it could still be severe storms. So let's see how crazy this is. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. The reason why a positively tilted trough still would cause severe weather, maybe even significant severe weather, is because how long the atmosphere is able to recover. So if we go all the way back here, so you get a severe threat on Monday, right? So the atmosphere is able to recover on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then finally on Friday. So 4 full days of moisture being able to just sit there in the Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America now, and recover. And then it gets pulled up northward into Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and that causes the potential for very significant severe weather on this particular GFS model run. So a very, very solid threat for severe weather there. However, watch this. Let's go to a run that was 6 hours ago. Wait, hold on. Let me pull this out. 6 hours ago. Your trough's completely gone. It's completely gone. So I definitely wouldn't be looking at that threat just yet. You know, it's a good idea to just be aware of it, right? Just make sure you acknowledge the threat for severe weather going into early April, but talking about a specific location or how significant it may be, too far out. We'll just keep an eye on this general area for the threat of severe weather in early April.
Good morning.
Go back over here. Hi.
Did I get you this time? Probably not.
Nope. I just stopped talking so you didn't get me.
Ah, okay.
I was going over the threat for severe weather on Friday, April 4th, 240 hours out.
Nah, because last week I did point out. Nah, it was last week. I pointed out our threat. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I know it was like almost 300 hours out, but still, I was like, hey, man, still gotta watch it.
Now it's a
Never know.
15%. Don't worry, it will downtrend. They'll end up taking it away like they did to Saturday's risk.
Facts.
So, yeah, just keep an eye on April, from like the April 2nd to the April 5th time frame. We'll probably be dealing with another big trough with a big severe threat. But for now, we got to get through the first potential significant threat for severe weather, which is Sunday. And then we have, like I mentioned before, we still have severe weather today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then that potentially significant threat on Sunday. I haven't looked at the 18Z for you either. Yeah, so for the Pacific Northwest, we're going to see thunderstorms rapidly develop about 6, 7 p.m. Eastern. That will be out here in Oregon. Main threat will be large hail and a spin-up tornado, a few spin-up tornadoes. Also damaging winds of 60 miles per hour can't be ruled out. And then as we go throughout the next few hours, this is about 10 p.m., we'll continue to see more storms fire up here in Washington. Like I mentioned, still possibly going to see a few spin-up tornadoes, 60, 65-mile-an-hour winds, and some isolated large to very large hail. Seems like we've got multiple severe storms popping up here in Texas right now. Looks like there's a supercell currently trying to form. Quite a few supercells. We've got one well south of Fort Worth. That's for Joshua, Texas. One barely east of downtown Dallas, Texas. And then a pretty good looking cell up here, hail-wise, for the Denson area in north central Texas. So those are your isolated severe storms that we were talking about in the very first few minutes of this live stream. They're popping up now in Texas. So, Lucky, you want to aim for a gaming stream at 8:15? Or is that too early?
Maybe 8:30. We'll do 8:30.
Okay.
8:30. And we'll go till I ain't gonna stay too late. I got school in the morning. We're gonna go till about I don't know, 10:30, 11,
Alright. I want to
maybe
see.
11:30. It depends how I'm feeling.
Why am I looking at the NAM? What?
What? Why are you looking at the
Let
NAM?
me look at mesoanalysis. What am I doing? Looking at the NAM, looking for wind shear right now. Okay, here's mesoanalysis. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There definitely is a opportunity for a spin up tornado today. But here's the little catch. Surface observations. Lord, that is crazy. 40-degree temperature 2-point spreads. You ain't getting no NATOs with that. I take back what I said. I knew it. I knew it was going to be a big temperature 2-point spread here in Texas. I knew it.
Is that 91 to
Yeah,
52?
a 40 temperature 2-point spread. So you do actually have a chance for a spin up tornado if we didn't have a ridiculous amount of temperatures here. Have you had cloud cover over this area at all? See, yeah, you've been cloud free all day, which just means it does mean instability's been building almost 2,000, actually over 2,500 now. But it also means those temperatures have risen significantly. So you're up to 91 over 52. I mean, that's just crazy. What's the biggest spread we can find here? 82 over 48. Let's see. 37 over 81.
Dang, dude.
Dude.
Dang.
Talk about a temperature 2-point spread. 36 over 81. 34 over 80. 82 over 26.
I think that's probably one of the biggest that I've seen.
79 over 21. Dude. 86 over 19. Dude, that's crazy.
I put 83 over 17.
Look at that.
88 over 19.
Obviously, that's
80.
not in our severe weather zone there.
TRG, I don't know if you're okay. Go back to where you were. Go back to where you were. It was just okay. Go west. There's 82 over 12. That's a 70-degree dude. You see
North
it?
Carolina semi-discrete cells be like. You think you're gonna get some tornadoes, and then all of a sudden it's just that huge spread. Did Lucky just do a command? Nightbot, don't respond to that and make him feel terrible. Aw, dang it.
Yeah. I did a command.
So, Craig, what that means is the temperatures are 86 and the moisture content is 19. For severe weather, we typically look for greater than 55 dew points. For significant severe weather, you typically look for greater than 60, if not even way higher than that. And your temperatures are 86. So you've got a big spread. If storms manage to fire in that, that's got to be near impossible, 19-degree moisture there. Clouds would be very elevated. Storms would be very elevated and far from the surface.
What just happened? Okay.
Yeah, so this setup for tornadoes in Texas is horrific. It would take a miracle to get a tornado out of this. I mean, it's literally like, I think it's actually impossible. I don't know if we've ever seen a tornado before in that type of environment. You have okay mid-level wind shear, but then you just have like a 30-degree temperature dew-point spread in the severe zone. Which is just, I mean, that's just absurd. Hold on, I'm gonna go check this just briefly. Hehehe. God, text Lucky. Look in DMs. Are you
Oh,
awake?
yeah!
Jeez.
That's
He
what I'm
cuts
talking
out.
about.
He cuts out so that it's not like a build-up scream. It's just a random scream out of nowhere.
Yo,
Dude.
yo, if they're worried about my cutouts, don't worry. Tonight's gaming stream, you won't hear any cutouts unless TRG mutes me, which I would like to put the over 1.5 times.
Like
That
he
is gonna mute me.
scares me. Yeah, he definitely does, doesn't he, Ben?
No, man, come
Whenever
on.
you're in the stream, you just know that you have to have it on like 1% volume. Because Lucky could
No,
just
bro.
scream and break your ears at any second. I feel bad for chat.
Bro, no.
Dude.
Chad, y'all love me, don't you?
Oh, you shouldn't
Don't.
have said that. You shouldn't have said that. Now you gonna get it. You deserve whatever's coming to you. Also, we do have a moderate risk tomorrow. For
What?
rain. I wanted Lucky to say something. So that's a level 3 out of 4 there. A level 3 out of 4 for flash flooding. Same goes for Thursday too.
Bro, Chad, I'm not that scary, bro. Y'all should see me in person, bro. TRG, how am I in person? I'm such a great guy,
No, you're
aren't
not.
I? Bro, okay, this is lying now. Okay, this is what we call lying, kids. Do not lie. Lying's not good.
Kids, I don't think there's many kids in here, Lucky.
Still, there's someone's kids.
Man, you are weird. Get out
Thank
of
you.
my
Ah,
stream.
thank you.
I just muted him. What did someone say? Lucky is just a chill guy. You haven't met him in real life. That's what you think. Maybe. I don't know. How can you think he's a chill guy, dude? He is not no chill guy.
Bro!
I unmuted him for 1 second and he screams. Don't be mean, TRG. Man, Pete, come on.
This dude actually left me, bro. Oh, hey!
I'm only unmuting because Pete told me to.
Thanks, Pete. I
Pete
love
told
you
me
too, man.
not. Pete told me not to be mean.
Lucky needs like a muzzle. Bro, I'm not a car.
Oh, I can put one right here. It's called Turn Him Down. Listen, chat, listen. Lucky, scream.
No, I don't.
You can't even hear him. Is Streamlabs even picking him up? Scream. You can barely hear him.
I don't know what. Yo.
All right, now I got him about 60%. Look, he's normal level, y'all.
Hey, can't stop me from spamming though.
Okay, I put you back up to normal.
Okay, that's what I thought.
From spamming, boy, I could stop you from spamming in 5 seconds.
Let's see this.
Don't test me. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Hi guys. Watch me get banned for saying hi guys.
I want to see you spam. Do it. Send 5 messages in a row. That's only 1 still.
That's 4.
TRG,
That's 4. That's 4.
it's not nice spamming a 12-year-old.
It's a bully. Wait, huh?
Try to chat, Lucky.
I'm no.
See if you could chat.
Get it! No! No! Oh.
Chat, I banned him. Chat, I banned Lucky.
You do not unban me right now.
Hey, Lucky, I got something to tell you real quick.
Nope, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear this.
Congratulations, you officially got your first punishment on my channel.
What'd I do?
That is the first time you've ever been timed out or banned.
Honestly, that's a record, bro. Honestly, I'm not even mad.
You are no longer number 1.
No, I really don't care. I really see now everyone's spamming.
Look
bro.
what you've done.
You-
And then
you-
Nightbot's gonna freaking ban everybody in like 2 seconds once it wakes back up.
Bro, can you give me my mod back, bro?
Oh, did it take your mod away?
Yes, bro.
Oh, it did. Oh, Lucky no happy. There you go. All right, so who's got the record now? Because I just took it away from Lucky.
And you can't even remove it, can you?
Nope.
Well, whoever has the record, I'm timing you out for 2 seconds.
Good luck. It's Pete.
I can time him out.
Boy, you time him out, I am banning you.
Pete, permission to time you out.
No, don't time him out. He's the only one who has 0 now. I don't think anybody else on this channel has 0. I'm being serious.
Nah, I'm kidding, Pete. I ain't gonna time you out, bro. Yeah, I'll let you have that record, bro. I guess. TJ was just being mean to me.
No, because you still have it on your gaming account though, Lucky. So
Aha!
you still got it. 0 timeouts,
Aha.
0 deleted messages, 0 punishments is what Lucky has. Legacy, you got 0 too? Really?
1 deleted message, 1 hide, 0
Yep,
timeout.
0, 0, 0. Legacy, you're all zeros. So Legacy and Pete both have it. I think Ben,
And my gaming channel, so I still have it.
I'm pretty sure Ben got some because he wasn't mod forever.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see what
22.
Ben has.
Ben!
What did you do?
I've modded a devil. 22 timeouts, 36 deleted messages.
Dang. Oh, probably Nightbot got him. How much you want to bet? Does Nightbot count? Hold up. Permission to spam just to see if Nightbot gets me.
No, because you're mod, it can't get you.
It can or cannot?
Cannot.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Let's see. Misty, you have 5 timeouts. No bans.
Bro, look at what
Moderate?
we've done, bro.
Moderate, you're all 0, 0, 0. You may be
Look at what we've
relatively new
done.
to the channel. So welcome to the stream. You haven't gotten any timeouts or anything. You're better than Lucky.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay.
Hoop, you have no bans
we've
and 4
done.
timeouts. 4
Look at
deleted
what
messages.
we've done, man.
This
Game
is
two-
this is why our briefings don't go past an hour, by the way, y'all, because we start talking about some random things.
Honestly, yeah, bro. It's honestly fun, bro. And you honestly can't even blame us, man.
One timeout, 3 deleted messages for you. Person who just said I have so many timeouts. Literally only 1. I bet nearly all of these are from Nightbot.
Source, trust me, bro. Best
Chris,
source out there.
Chris, you're all 0 too. If you just never chat, you'll never get timed out by Nightbot. The thing is, this is how Nightbot works. It will time out the people who do not spam.
It times out because of capital letters.
Like, I swear, someone will come in here and spam 50 times and Nightbot just does nothing. And then when Misty types 2 laughing emojis, instantly banned. It's like, come on. Blue, you have 1 timeout, 3 deleted messages. And you've actually chatted a lot, so yours is fairly low for how much you've chatted. Lucky Games, 2 timeouts, 8 deleted messages.
What? Where?
No bans. I'm just kidding.
Bro, I'm about to say, mine says 0.
What? Where?
Ben just said he wants to be banned.
I mean, I can arrange that.
Me too.
Sure.
Wait. Hold on, wait.
Like Caleb came in here and said, TRG, mod dub didn't work. I want a refund. And then I unmodded him.
Dude, that was funny. Bro, that was funny. The mod dome didn't work.
He wanted a refund. He asked. I fired him.
The only thing, okay, so yeah, the only thing I can do for Ben is just remove his message and put him in timeout. What? Do I still have the option to put him to timeout for 24 hours? I do. I'm not going.
Are you on your main?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Lucky Games managing? Yeah, I'm managing. Pete. Pete is a standard. Oh my goodness, that is a crime. Pete managing moderator.
Yay.
Ben standard. Yeah, he better stay that way. Let me go back up here.
Alright,
Legacy
alright,
better
what
be
about me?
managing. Okay. Checking all the mod status.
It would be under YouTube Studio, right?
Pete just got promoted for simply existing.
Honestly, real. You can't blame him. Alright, where is it at? Is it in settings? Ah, yeah.
Don't worry, Ben. You'll never be promoted.
I mean, oh, dang!
I'll
I mean,
eventually probably promote him.
Oh.
Do I have a lot of mods? What are you looking at?
TRG, look. This is for managing mod, and I've just found this out. Look in DMs.
I kind of can't take away Nightbot's mod. Oh, dang. Thank you. Can you remove that for me right now?
That was from my channel.
Oh, yeah. Remove that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Get
just
rid
did
of that.
I never like gasped so hard in my life. All right, how many managing mods do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I can't
He's
take
not
away.
a managing
I just put him to managing on my end.
for me. P, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but if I take away Nightbot's mod, I'll have to go through the process of remodding it, and yeah, I don't know how to do that. I did that like 8 months ago. There ain't no way I'm gonna find out how to do it again. Like the Discord server that I made, I don't know how I got well over half the stuff made in there. That thing took months to make.
I think we just did little by little.
Yep,
Both of
that's
us.
why I said it took months. Legacy was
And
in the OG server, so Legacy, you know how poorly the other one was built.
I'm
I
still
still
in,
have
we're
it
still
up.
in.
I still have it up. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
delete
let me
it.
find it. It's right.
Who's in here?
The Super Weather Club. What was the
The
last
Super
chat?
Weather Club. Oh my goodness.
2023.
There's only 14 people in here.
Last.
And like 3 of those are my accounts.
Do you have the Automatica tornado warnings in your new server?
No, I don't have any of that stuff.
Oh, but you had it in
I
your,
actually don't recognize anybody in here except for Lucky. I don't even think Legacy's in here. Dude. This was the OG server, man.
I miss them days, bro. Hey, I'm gonna chat in it for the first time in 2 years. First chat in 2 years. Hold on. Last chat in general chat was February.
It goes all the way back
2023.
to July 21. So at least I know I was a weather enthusiast back then. Lucky's about to be the first message in over 2 years. Nope, I am. Aha! I got it. I got it.
No, on my screen I got it. On my screen I got it.
On my screen, I got it.
No, look.
No, look.
No, look.
No, you look.
You look, bro.
No, you. Look at that. We
Bro,
literally got it on each other's end, bro.
Bro, it's literally, but no, I think we did it at the same time. And now my first chat in the regular server in about 9 months.
April 28th, 2022. Oh man, we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of our main server. Wow.
Hey, TJ, you know what we should do?
What? If you're about to text something for that anniversary, I'll be in Alabama on that day.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm going to Alabama on the 27th at least. Maybe more days than that, I don't know.
Oh, hear me out. Hear me out.
I know, I keep trying to do that, Lucky, but I don't know how to do it. I have to plan it out. I would love to go
right now.
see if I could find some tornado damage out there in Alabama when I'm there in Talladega. You know what? There was actually a I remember tracking it just on the 15th, right?
Yeah, that was a severe.
No, there was a I don't know if it was a PDS tornado warning, but it was a huge debris ball going right towards Talladega Super Speedway.
Well,
so I might have to go there. Meet James Spann, if only. If only.
that'd be generational.
If only.
Hey TJ, we should do it like now, like after we end, bro. Like 15, 20 minutes.
Nah.
Why not, man?
Here, I'll text you why.
Okay, I see. Okay, I'm not ready for a paragraph, bro.
Oops, I accidentally added some extra characters there. There you go.
We should
respect the suspenders. What? You're talking about NASCAR? You're trying to be NASCAR and James Spann? When does this blue stuff on the map get out of here? Like when does that polar jet go back up and get out of the US? Cuz I'm a
I don't
little
know.
tired of that stuff.
I mean,
9 messages. What'd you do? Spam me? Dude. Maybe lucky, but then
I mean, I'm bringing my device.
oh yeah, you're right.
Aha. We should.
Talking about Monday.
X.
I won't have a second device, so if I do chase Monday, I
Oh,
don't
me neither.
think
I
we'll
mean,
be able to
unless I,
stream it.
I can't. Nah, I don't want you to have a second device. We would chase it, but not stream it.
Because I need my radar, man. I
Facts.
may know a lot about weather, but without my softwares and websites here for model runs, I'm nothing.
Yeah, we like we
I don't
need
know.
recon more.
I wonder if you could do that. Just see if you could
What?
find a storm without any radar, like ever looking at radar. That's
Sure
what
you
I need to
can.
learn. I need to learn like I obviously I know the basic storm characteristics obviously, but I need to learn more about that, like trying to recognize storm characteristics without ever looking at radar.
We could look at like would mesoanalysis count as radar because it has
No,
radar on
like
there.
literally, say you're in the middle of nowhere, you got no radar, and you're in a tornado warning. There's a tornado coming for you, and you can't see anything but the sky above you. Where do you know where to go? You're not gonna know exactly where to go in that case.
Cloud movement, the direction of wind.
Exactly, that's what I need to study more of.
I mean, I'm sure we could do that. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, yeah, you should definitely think about it, TG, for that day I told you.
I
Definitely think about it.
I guess.
And we should let them know on the day before too. Not
Cody,
the
you have 46 timeouts, one of those being today. 74 deleted messages, one of those being today. No bans. There's a good chance if you've been banned once, you're just not chatting at all. um, every now and then I'll do what I did to like Lucky and ban him and then unban him.
yeah. Now, bro just took away my streak, bro.
Oh well. I
And I'll
challenged him
never.
and he accepted it.
I mean, I really didn't.
At least you still have it on your gaming channel though.
I wouldn't be surprised if he scrolled up and deleted my message.
All your messages got deleted.
Now I'm a gaming channel.
Oh, no, not on that. Wait, did that count as deleted messages for you then? Even though I just simply banned you and I didn't actually delete them? It didn't. Wait, it counted as one. I didn't know that. Man, this thing's gone so off topic. Nope, you've never been banned before, Misty. Let's see. Middle Tennessee. I'm not doing zip codes, but I just saw that. Please don't do a bunch of zip codes. So Middle Tennessee, you're definitely gonna have a risk for 1.75 inch hail. What? Wow. 6:46 p.m. So you've got a chance for severe weather. Right here on Sunday. So damaging winds 60 to 65 miles per hour. Maybe a few tornadoes and some isolated large hail, all possible. I think tornadoes is the most uncertain thing. You're definitely in the risk for hail up to probably 1.5 inches, damaging winds up to about 65 miles per hour, and no matter what happens with the setup, you'll at least have an opportunity for a tornado. But exactly how high in that tornado threat may be is a question mark. What could I see for Raleigh NC? You're in the risk for Monday. However, you're a mod, so no more than clear skies and If you're very lucky, there may be a single cloud in the sky.
Yo, I got a rain shower today, bro.
Cool, I got hours worth of rain today, bro.
Dude,
Beat that, Lucky. Beat that.
facts.
I got like 2 hours worth of rain today.
Well, okay. Well, let's see. Oh, well, I'm getting like slammed by multiple like little rain showers that are coming and going. Go look at my radar. They're like just all scattered everywhere.
Dude, now that's scattered thunderstorms. they
Dude, no,
they don't
that's
they don't
that's
even have
scattered
thunders.
spears.
No, they don't even have thunderstorms, so they're scattered rain showers.
I know. Yeah, they are.
Go Chase.
Honestly, might as well.
Look at that. That storm southeast of Greensboro is stronger than the one we chased.
God, I don't think radar is working. My radar scope for storm relative velocity is saying that I'm getting 38-mile-an-hour winds right now.
We got a considerable severe, significant severe for 2-inch hail. Not over North Carolina, Lucky. That's I mean that's
Hey,
partially downtown Dallas there.
dude, I almost got 2-inch hail like a week ago.
I'm not gonna do a bunch of zip codes, but Misty, I can do yours real quick because I know you're in the risk. Actually, I know where you are. I think. Let's see, right there. Is this you? Let's see if I'm right. The one time I try to guess a viewer's location, see if I'm right. Normally I confuse them.
Inserting Jeopardy music. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sing it.
Yeah, so we just have this huge slight risk for severe weather on Sunday. That's our primary day for severe weather, both Sunday and Monday. I think Monday won't feature as many tornadic activity or really much tornado threat at all. But definitely Sunday is going to be an all hazards threat. And there's a lot of uncertainty regarding the tornado threat. It is a high end ceiling, but it's also a very, very low end floor as well. So we could end up seeing a downgrade of severe weather if everything falls apart with this trough. Yay, I got it right. So some models show like not even but like a marginal risk for severe weather being possible on this day, and then others show a very high end severe threat. Like the GFS shows a very high end day. So the SPC is gone in the middle at the moment. They are sticking with a 15%. I wouldn't be shocked if eventually, what is this, day 6? So I wouldn't be surprised by the time if this gets to like the day 5 or day 4 outlook. So tomorrow or Wednesday, or rather tomorrow or Thursday, we see an enhanced risk like somewhere in here. It might be a little more east. It might be a little bit more west. Right now, models are in between. So we have some models that are highlighting over here, some models highlighting over here. So the safer bet would be to put it right in the middle. So they may do that. We'll see. Misty, I think you'll be in more of a damaging wind threat, small hail threat. Also, if you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. We're at 72 likes. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the notification bell set to all so you know when I go live. We'll probably... I'm pretty sure Lucky's busy all day tomorrow, so I'll probably end up doing a live stream tomorrow here on this channel. And then, Thursday? Thursday, I might be busy. And then I know Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm going to get busy right when this stuff decides to happen.
What days?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, I'm all busy.
Of course you're busy. Why?
Yeah.
Of course you're busy. Why wouldn't you? I'm kidding.
I'm not like you, Lucky. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm gonna be out of town too. Don't worry, man.
So I'm sure I'll be live on one of those days, but unfortunately the threat happened to land right smack dab on the weekend of race weekend here in Martinsville, so that's unfortunate. This risk right here, Monday, is literally a day after the Martinsville race, so I'm hoping that it stays clear skies over here in Martinsville, but if it doesn't, there's also an upside to it because I'll be able to probably stream more if it gets rained out. When is race day, Lucky? Is it the 30th?
Huh?
30th? Is that
For
Sunday?
what day? Yes, that is Sunday.
Saturday. So it's clear Saturday for Xfinity until probably, I don't know when Xfinity starts, but it starts to rain near 10 according to this. And then Sunday, right now, model's fully flipped. So hopefully that stays the case here. And look at that. There's your, see the GFS? The GFS initiates discrete to semi-discrete storms in Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma for at least, I mean, you're looking at a good solid 4-5 hours of discrete to semi-discrete storms. And then it congeals up into a QLCS line towards Memphis and then continues into the overnight hours and then reforms over, wow, it actually reforms instead of just being like an extension of the line and us having to get up at 5 a.m. Monday morning to go chase. It looks like it might actually re-intensify towards 5 p.m. over Central NC. So you have one, this would be where your line goes. So you actually get a new area of initiation behind it. If that happened, I would, there's a better chance I'd chase. I just don't want to end up chasing a huge squall line for the third time in 1 month. And then this is Saturday here. And you can see we may see a few isolated storms, maybe a severe storm or two over Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas for Saturday. But the capping should hold on that day. And wind shear should also be low thanks to our trough not traversing until Saturday, very late Saturday. Here's your available fuel for thunderstorms going into Sunday. Look at this. A very, very large warm sector here. So you've got a cold front here with a warm front, cold front extending up in this area. So just a extremely large warm sector for Sunday. Now, the area that's actually going to end up seeing potentially severe weather would be more on this side here of your warm sector. And obviously, this could shift north and south with time. So if we go back by like 3-4 hours, you'll see that shifts up into Missouri as well. But just for 5 p.m. at 5 p.m. Sunday, according to this model run, the greatest threat would be right in here. Right in that area. And of course, this is going to shift. It will shift. You can see that's your greatest supercell composite right where I circled. And if I had another model run, I would show you, but unfortunately this only has the GFS, at least for this range. But if we switch to any other model run, it would look completely different. I'd bet you it'd look completely different. Did y'all hear Twisted 2 is in the making? We're getting a sequel. Yay. Lucky, wake up.
Oh.
Did you hear Twisters 2 is in the making?
Ho ho!
I think they're gonna call it Twisters.
Twisters.
Why are we
Hey,
getting this sequel? I'm not too happy with that, honestly, because what, like, it was like 20-30 years apart from the first one. Then we just got a second one, which was actually a complete new
Sorry.
a complete new movie. You couldn't just hit that mute button. You have like
couldn't.
three. You have like 3 mute buttons. Literally, Discord, your little mixer thing, and your microphone. 3 mute buttons.
I don't have a mute button on my microphone.
This dude.
Remember, I got that $200 one. That does not live up to his hype.
Weird flex,
Actually, well,
but
it
okay.
depends. It depends, though. I mean,
What's up, Jesse? We're getting close to ending, as you can tell, because we're talking about Lucky sneezing. But we're gonna go over to the gaming channel around 8:30. I'll schedule that
Oh, let me schedule that now. You're right.
I'll
Thanks for
schedule
pointing that
that
out.
like 15 minutes after I end stream or so.
I'll
Ben, don't
schedule that now.
remind me. Come on. Rest in peace. Man, I wish
Huh?
it was Bill Paxton. I wish we got a Twisters with him in it. It just wasn't, the second one wasn't the same. And nothing will ever beat the original. At least in my opinion.
For 8:30 right there.
I do believe if this continues the way the GFS is showing, I do believe we will end up with an enhanced risk. Probably by the time we get to day 4, somewhere in this area. But all right, we're getting very close to ending. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I know there's 105 of y'all in here, so I appreciate all of you for being here. If you want an update, you could just go to the first like 20 minutes of this live stream, like literally right now or right after I end, and that will be a really good update for you because we did a lot of our analysis at the start of the stream, and I don't want to get too in depth with things. This was mainly just a stream to let you know about the risk and then go over the uncertainties, not necessarily dive into specifics, because we can't do that. If we dove into specifics now, well, everything would change tomorrow. So just wanted to give you guys an overall thinking of our risk for the next couple days. If some mod wants to do the command for the gaming channel, that way you guys can go over to the gaming channel. And we'll be live there. 2 different games, both are non-weather related, so it's more of just a hangout stream. Yeah, Lucky, if you want to go ahead and just do an outro really quick, got 30 seconds.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in for this stream. If you guys enjoy, like and subscribe, turn the post notification bell, signify when me and TRG do. Well, TRG goes live. My bad. Goes live and makes a video. And join the Discord server. Second link in the description. That's the best place to catch us outside of stream. And yeah, we're gonna be live on the gaming channel in about an hour or so, maybe a little later, but we're playing for an hour. And yeah, come tune into that. It's gonna be
thank you, Lucky, for
fun.
joining. Thanks for joining. And mods, thank you for mod chat. Stay safe, watch for your weather. See you guys in the gaming stream in just a bit. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later, brothers.
Stay safe, watch severe weather. I'll see you guys in the gaming stream in a bit or in tomorrow's weather stream. Lucky, do not do the quack. I'll see you guys in the next